Hearts Abishola. Yeah. Then the new CBS TV from creator Chuck Lorre, known for his best TV series, The Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, my favorite series in the entire world after GOT, obviously. Bob at Hearts Abishola is a new TV series that CBS has just launched. They've launched the pilot for the series, and it's getting a lot of mixed reviews online, Actor from actress Olowo Foyeku, Folake Olowo Foyeku, Nigerian American, actor, who has decided to wow Nigerians with such a lovely TV series, so amazing.
It's going to be a miss for the home guys, for homies, right? I feel it's going to be like a huge miss. Probably for those who do not know our ways, that knows us from afar. It's going to be, I don't know, a window to our world that has been edited and doctored.
I think that there's a lot that research can do for you, simple research. And I think that these people, they don't really care for us. They want to do our story, they want to show our story, but I don't really think they care for us. Maybe they're not even making the content for us. So they don't really care to know what really goes on or how things are really done. That's why you hear them say, oh, they have a Nigerian, and then Nigerian is sounding really funny, and then you that you're a real Nigerian, you're like, this is not how I talk.
They'll put the arrow inside your word.
Do you know the weird thing? CBS tried to they're trying to cultivate this diversity thing now. So they're trying to go into a lot more diversified content that appeals to not just Caucasians, the Black, the Americans, and the African people as well. So they're trying to diversify their content. But I mean, this is a big miss. And to be honest, I'm actually quite disappointed because I expected so much more from Chuck Lorre, because I've watched all the 12 seasons of Big Bang Theory and then the Young Sheldon as well. And then from Folake Olowo Foyeku, I am shocked. Because I've heard her speak. I've heard her talk on Instagram.
I'll take it easy on the channel, because if you look at Nigeria as a whole pizza box, right, there's a lot of factions. You get, when we hear ourselves, right, there's this the only common lingua that's around us, right, that you could like pick together and say binds everybody from all the factions and tribes that exist, is pidgin.
No, but there's a Nigerian speak.
Yeah, there's a Nigerian sound.
You will definitely know,
How you see yourself versus how they see you. I think that's something you should actually put in perspective. Because the farthest distance in the world, right, is between how it's supposed to be and how it actually is. What they see is what they created.
No. I mean,
you're trying to defend CBS, and I get that, to be honest, because the storyline of Bob at Abishola is actually quite interesting,
I don't know.
Obviously, it's slapstick. Obviously, it's slapstick, which is I think what they probably were going for is slapstick here, but then it's also nice. Because it's this guy that gets a cardiac arrest, then he gets to the hospital, and then he starts having feelings for his nurse. The thing that actually has been getting mixed reviews on the internet, on Twitter, on Instagram, or what have you, on even like the Premium Times, on New York Times and whatever, is the some reporters are actually angry about the way the title art is. Some people are angry about the title art, and a lot of Nigerians obviously are angry about the accent that they made for Folake Olowo Foyeku, how she spoke in the series, because it's a far cry from how Nigerians would typically speak. And I've heard Folake speak before. She talks very Nigerian, and I don't know how we went from
like other things, the parents, the friend she had in the trailer, the background elements around it just doesn't connect. It doesn't.
And they were trying to sell Nigerian. Did you say a Nigerian person that's maybe like mixed has mixed citizenship or whatever? They're trying to sell Nigeria.
I honestly feel that if you want to make a Nigerian show, probably get a Nigerian.
Do your research. No. She's actually Nigerian. That's actually the annoying thing. She's Nigerian. She speaks proper. She's a Yoruba girl. And then she now starts.
Against direction. The showrunner has actually set it up the way it's supposed to run.
Yeah.
You can come and rewrite the narrative, right? So I think if there was any saving to be done, it would be from, I don't know, when the showrunner picked up the idea and thinking that he or she could actually like create this properly, right? I feel if they've gotten more Nigerian blood in that vein, right,
and more research done.
Yeah,
more research.
I think a lot of it will come together, but that's why I brought up the point of how they see us versus how we really are.
Yeah.
Because the way it's been set up is, we think this is what we like. This is what I know about them. This is what I've seen them to do, and that's not like really.
Yeah, but you had a Nigerian on your set. Why not take advantage of that? At the very least. At the very least, and she's the lead cast.
But you know, she's a Nigerian, but you know how Nigerians that probably born outside the country are. She probably doesn't even see anything wrong with it.
True.
She better.
True.
A Nigerian family is not gonna. I mean, Nigerian fans or whatever, they're not gonna like this film because the good thing I think is that I'm not sure if they've shot the entire season, but I think they've shot just the pilot, which is the one they're about to release. I hope this series doesn't last. I hope they cut it the moment. Because
it doesn't appeal to me.
It doesn't.
I believe there are very smart people up high there in the network, and they would actually do the same thing Queen Sugar did. When Eva DuVernay, Queen Sugar started, right? When she started her series.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely watched Queen Sugar. Yeah, absolutely.
Fell on its face, not fell on its face, but had a slow beat.
Yeah.
But from season 2, everything picked up.
I think they had to bring different directors.
No,
for every episode. For every episode,
I think there was some kind of rebooting that went under the hood to actually spice things up in response to the fans' viewership and everything.
Alright, so now you're saying that
I'm thinking like this is just like first contact.
So there's a possibility.
There's a possibility that it might be amended. There's a possibility
let's see. We'll wait and see. I hope maybe this is just a fluke in the pilot episode, and it didn't last throughout the season. Because if it did, I'm just obviously not gonna watch it. And a lot of Nigerians because Nigerians love it when the Europeans or the Americans, when they embrace that's exactly the reason why Black Panther sold, because they kind of embrace the African culture.
I really don't think Nigerians will watch it. Just two reasons. Just two simple reasons. One, we are not going to waste our data on that thing.
We are not actually.
That is quite expensive.
We are not going to waste our data.
GOT or something that's high profile.
Oh no, not waste data. Nobody wastes data on GOT. Yeah, exactly. We're going to waste data on Abishola, on Bob Hearts Abishola. So what would you say is your final opinion on this? Like your final summary of what the series is, what it stands for, the director, the acting, the everything, all the details.
I just wish that they had just done more research. And it pains me that if this show does well, they will not feel the need to even.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
There's a possibility. If all the Caucasians and whoever like the show, they're not going to see any reason to actually want to.
No, that will be a slap on them, because the aim for them now is to diversify. So I hope.
Who's measuring the diversification?
I get that, Sha.
Exactly.
I get that.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like, because one thing I noticed about Nigerians that go to live in Yankee is that sometimes you change your accent.
It happens.
So the accent that you think an immigrant should have is not the accent you think of. Because I don't think Abishola, it's okay for us to expect Abishola to sound exactly the way we sound in Nigeria.
No, that's not the expectation, because that's actually how she sounds.
Okay,
the character, Folake Olo Foyeku, that's how she sounds.
What's the problem?
She was speaking like someone from Malawi.
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Wrong representation. The problem with people that I've seen on social media is
a hint of Nigerian in her statement. If you actually tie your eyes, right? If you tied your eyes and watch that trailer, you'd be like, that's
you
not
wouldn't know
Nigerian.
she's Nigerian.
But that's a Nigerian person speaking. But that's not
Because
Nigerian.
it's a very.
So it's not weird. It's not very weird for us.
As real Nigerians.
to be honest,
Being out of that character's voice.
I guess generally for us, it's just a
when you
proper
look at
representation.
like, If you want us to accept, if you're not making for us and say mockumentary or some mock show, right? If you set it up as that's the premise, we'll take it up. You get
Yeah, but then
You
that's
can't
not
come and tell us
that
that
is
that's
not
what
the
I'm
premise
saying,
because
I'm saying-
CBS is saying they're trying to diversify,
Diversify.
and in the synopsis of the thing they're saying it's a Nigerian nurse. You know, she is fully Nigerian. Is where they're going to, but then we don't get that vibe. Yeah, so I mean, I guess generally speaking, for Bob Hearts Abishola, we feel like it's our opinion and then popular opinion for Nigerians on social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatnot. They feel like we've been misrepresented, and CBS needs to probably just take a back seat, do a review, do some research. Let Folake Olofoyeku actually be Folake Olofoyeku, and then be the Nigerian character that you got her to be, not the one that you think she should be. Because to be honest, like Daniel said, there is what you expect and what actually is. So you should try to be going for that what actually is, and not give us slapstick. Give us slapstick because we want to laugh, we want to be entertained, but then also be real, be realistic, exactly. So absolutely, that's where we stand on that. Yeah.
True. I actually feel that Nigerians are loyal when you actually play the right cards. So if the game is to actually attract this pool of the audience, then they may have to do some rebooting to actually.
But I would say that it's not for us.
Yeah. Our official stand in this moment until further notices, we do not like Bob at Abishola. We think it's
we think it needs more.
it needs a lot more.
So we all know the famous director Nia Kimolayo. So there's this thing he does on his social media platforms, Instagram and Twitter. He just puts out like a table of
when
like
you say something, people
words,
He just shakes tables.
Whatever. He shakes non-living tables, basically. So in his usual format and style, he put out another one where he said, a good retirement plan as a Nigerian filmmaker is to focus on quantity. Have so much content so you can sell and resell as more platforms come. Because when you really think about it, cable online platforms are all just one volume. Everyone should have a plan for volume. Cinema can be very distracting. So basically, all these people that are doing cinema films and you're shooting one film in a year, we'll get to you. That's what they're shooting one film in a year. You're hoping to make it be the next Quentin Tarantino, whatever. That is not practicable in Nigeria. It's not practical in Nigeria that you should. Actually, what you should be doing is putting out content. Like, have content, shooting every time. So that, when
you're gas
alpha.
Okay.
So that just basically so that there's money in your pocket.
So let me.
These the online platforms that is speaking of, they would, before they take your content, they would actually prioritize the quality of said content. No, no international online platform, them VOD platforms, Netflix, iTunes, iFlix, what have you. They will not prioritize the quantity as much as they're trying to get enough content to feed to their viewers or whatever. They would also prioritize quality.
There's quality control.
So there's something that we do. And my team, we're trying to push out content on the VOD platforms and whatnot. There's a quality QC. They do quality checks for those films. So if your production quality isn't good, the sound isn't good, lighting looks off, the dialogue isn't coming out well, they're not going to be comfortable enough to even push those films to the online platforms for them to even get. As I'm trying to say, what, guys, if you have a dream to put together a really good story, get your shit together, put together good content for the audience or what, even if it's a documentary, you're trying to tell them that, do not spend your 1 million naira making this film. That 1 million naira, break it into 5 places and be making shitty 200,000 naira films. It's a bit confusing for me because I'm like,
the part of this that I really disagree with is where he says, because when you really think about it, cable and online platform all just one volume. Yes, they want volume, but you cannot just say they just want volume. They want quality. And I understand where he's coming from, because you also have to be smart. In as much as we're passionate about what we're doing, we also have to be smart, and you also have to have money in your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think that if you cannot let money drive you in our industry, like, of course money is important, but you can't let that be the first
the driving force.
And say, oh, because I want money, this is how it's done, this is what we meant here, we're going to keep doing the same thing, we're going to keep churning out the same type of films. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to do better. We're trying to
Grow the industry.
So I think what I would say is this, right? To swing both ways. In this same message embedded, right? You could be talking to, I don't know, the 30 billion family that has enough to spend and actually churn out content of, I don't know, 50 million naira quality back to back without feelings. That could be the audience, but probably that's not us. You get it. That's not the emerging community. I've been speaking
he said everyone.
Fine. Going forward, right? Looking at it critically, right? Open nature does not actually apply this mentality to what it does. You get, like I was saying, there's a sea animal that actually creates pearls, right? And no animal creates two pearls. In fact, the quality of pearls they actually create comes over time. True, we all got into this boss knowing that we're coming to make films, but we all accepted the fact that not all of our stories will be, I don't know, groundbreaking Steven Spielberg movie that's going to change the world for the better. Some of us are going to drop by the roadside and we'll accept that thing and move on. Regards the entire thing that's there, right? If you put it on toe-to-toe to the Nigerian industry, right? That has been the same model that has gotten us on snail speed to where we are. Because coming from where we started with this approach of shooting close to, I don't know, God knows, 100 films a week if you consider the entire nation, everybody that's shooting, you get. And we're still where we are, and right now what we're trying to do is that if you've tried if you want something different, you can't expect something different by doing the same thing you've always done all your life. And most filmmakers in the industry are now trying to like take a back seat and like restructure their hearts, their minds, their stories, their plots, and put more time into it and get something different. So going by this will be, I don't know,
dragging us
going back to where we started, which did not even get us this far.
I think that if look at, we have the Quentin Tarantinos, we have the Russell brothers. If you're saying everyone should have, if we don't try it a different way, then we'll never know. We'll never know. And you said that we've accepted that some people, we're not going to, probably not going to make it. That's fine, but let's try.
Exactly.
We die trying. Literally, because we know where we want to take Nollywood. Yeah. And we have, I'm sure we all as filmmakers have like a bigger dream for Nollywood. We don't like where we are right now. We're trying to be bigger. So if one person wants to say, oh no, I'm going to do volume and just volume, that's fine. Okay, do you. But if I say that I want to chase after, I want to go after a bigger picture, I think that I should be allowed to go after the bigger. Let me see what's there. And then if I'm not thinking about retirement plan, money, I can do something else on the side. Many of our filmmakers have something else on the side. If you're passionately thinking about money, you can go into business as well and still chase your passion. So because I think that we should all work collectively. The thing is, Nollywood is very me. And we're not.
There's no Nollywood. I say this thing everywhere, but nobody. I don't know.
No, I mean
we're just pocket of independent, successful producers.
Together as one.
There is no
that's
that makes a system that we have like hierarchies and patterns and procedures and processes. Yeah. We are just we almost like what I'll call a guerrilla army, right? We all we're all trying to break into that country, right? Which is called success. And we all come from the same clan. You get it? But we are not like an army that structures, everybody's bringing their pot balls to shoot against the fence to collapse. They're like, that guy's shooting from that angle, this guy's shooting from this angle. Well, whoever touches gold first. If you touch gold, secure your territory. You get it? So,
for me, trying to look for a retirement, trying to get to that point where you're saying, my retirement plan as a film producer. To be honest, I think it's very, very possible. I think there has to be a way. There is a way for producers. But the one thing that filmmakers never really, creatives get twisted is we feel like it's a separate entity. You know, the business side of film and then the creative side as well. There is a way to marry quality, and quantity. So you cannot just, I want to believe that this post is maybe say,
engender collaborations.
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm not going in that direction.
No, because right now what you just said just sparked something in my brain, right? So you're the director and you have the story, right? She's an editor that knows how to edit and can probably afford to sit with a year without taking your money,
Yeah.
right? Because she has other things she's doing, right? And I am like an actor looking for how to, in quote, blow, right? And we all come together and like bring all the only currency we're spending now, which is the most expensive currency, is our time, right? And that becomes the currency that actually pushes the quality and enables us to push it at several levels.
This thing you're saying is actually, it's like any, I don't know if it's new, but it's a practice in Nollywood that I see mostly young filmmakers
Actually do.
Because nobody actually, some people, we don't have money.
If you look at it from that perspective,
What can I do? What can I do for you? What can you do?
exactly. If you look at it from that perspective, if you can, I don't know, recruit the camp together, right? You guys could probably, I don't know, cover a lot of mileage than going on your own.
Yeah,
Because everybody knows what is in it for them.
absolutely.
You get.
When
So
enough.
in quotes, you'll be paying the price at that time. Because there's a statement that says, if you get paid so little for doing a lot, a time will come where you get paid a lot for doing nothing.
Absolutely. It's weird that you bring this up now because Film One Distribution, they had this exhibitor showcase earlier in the month where there was a bit where they were preaching collaboration being the new competition, right? To get the industry to the point where it needs to be, we need to stop churning out quantity and saturating the market because again we are trying to grow this industry that we are in and there is absolutely no way to do that, to break in and break out of this thing that this small shell that we're in than to churn out good quality because these good qualities are the ones that will get you recognition, that will get you. Even these VOD platforms, again, like
The real one is out there.
they don't really how many VOD platforms would you see Nigerian content on? So maybe besides the wedding party, King of Boys, the Chief Daddy, Lionheart, how many Nollywood content do you find on? Because these guys are looking for quality films.
See, let's put it in perspective, right? The real money is out there. If your film makes 365 million naira in Nigeria, your head's gonna get big. But guess what? That's just $1 million on the other side. And $1 million is like a micro budget.
Nobody even shoots film for $1 million. Like, most of the films that are in the cinema start from like $15 million.
M. Night Shyamalan's Split, right, that he did was done on like $9 million. And it was considered super low budget.
Yeah.
So if you look at it that you're really looking for the real money on the other side, right, your focus will be actually keep swinging but creatively in a way that once you strike gold there, because guess what? If your payoff from one of a film is $3 million, that's almost $1 billion here. That's what the entire industry.
So the funny thing that's making me think of, the funny thing is, for you to even get to that point where you say, my retirement plan, I have this big money coming for me, you actually need to have quality content.
I'm actually, at the end of the day, everything that we're saying is still in accordance with the fact that in as much as you're churning out quantity, there should be quality to the quantity that you're putting out.
Exactly.
There has to be a way. There is a way to marry everything. The same way you're saying, you know what? I want to make, say, for instance, cinema. Yeah, I want to make a movie that is going to gross 100 million naira in the cinema, right? That is your end game, yeah. To just hammer, to blow from that film, yeah. But then that movie has to be quality enough that people are going to want to go to the cinema to go watch that film. That movie needs to be quality enough that the online VOD platforms are going to want to put your movies on their slate. The movie, as much as you're trying to say, I'm going to do 5 films a year, I'm going to do 6 movies a year, low budget movies, but then the quality, there is a way to marry your creativity and your business side. It's one of the ways that producers kind of miss it in the industry now is they're trying to say, I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to make a movie about cancer. I'm going to make a movie that is so arty, so this, so that, and blah, 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 blah. And I want to be a top-notch director, top-notch producer. I want to blow. I want to get money to save for, my retirement, whatever, yeah? But then that movie needs to also be commercial. If you're trying to make money from it, if you're trying to, get that movie to that point, you need to be able to marry your creativity and marry the business part of it as well. But you can't make a movie that is so artsy that people are going to be like, you know, I'm going to wait for this film to come out on TV. I will sit down in my house and I will watch it on television when African Magic shows it. You're not going to make money from that. You know, this industry is a business. As much as we're also creatives, we're doing it for the passion. We're trying to put out content there that kind of drives a message. We also need to marry the art with the money.
So what I have to say about that is I think it's okay if there are some films.
Oh, absolutely, it's okay.
Films that are created for the sake
you know, there's some movies that actually they are created.
Well, I get it.
Absolutely, there's some movies.
I get it.
Arbitration.
That exists, right?
It's okay if it exists.
That's fine. But if your end game is to make
is
money, you need to marry it together.
Somehow you need to earn people's trust in the sense of they've come to trust you that you've done this, you've done that. So when you're actually now taking them and going abstract into another realm, you trust that. That's why those are the actual that come from the director of this.
Yes, absolutely.
From the director of Gladiator, from the director of this. We've already known the aliens.
You should have done
So that when you start doing something way out of base, we can connect that. Oh, we know this guy can't lead us astray. You get. So I think.
So are you saying that as a basically you should be known for that quality before you now start saying, you know
before you
what?
now say when you put out, you don't take us, because quantity is like you're taking us as a long string. Right? We do not know what we're going to find.
I kind of disagree, but okay, let me just let you finish.
Okay, in conclusion, I think different strokes for different.
Do I get the conclusion?
I think that there are some people. Okay, maybe not in our own industry, but there are some people that don't necessarily have to do. Okay, that's our industry doesn't really support that shot because of the way it's structured, or due to the fact that it's actually
We're still growing.
Yeah, we're growing, but at the end of the day, just it is what it is really. And like, just make sure, in as much as you're putting out a lot of films, just let it make sense.
I also want to say, like, to all the producers out there, to the upcoming directors, to the upcoming DOPs, whatever you're doing, to all the creatives in the industry, you can make money from this industry. You can blow. You can, get a retirement plan. But then, if your aim is to make money, to blow, not just to churn out artsy content and maybe we'll go to festivals and whatnot. If your aim is actually to get to that point where you're saying, okay, this is my retirement plan, you need to be able to marry the art with the business, because that is the point. You need to, you're putting out quality and quantity, but then you need to also get to that point where it's also quality content, because that's the only way that your movie is going to get out there to cinemas, get out there to the VOD platforms, because VOD platforms are not going to accept shit films.
That's the only way even our people will respect us and respect our content.
Yes, and then that's the only way the industry is also going to go. Do not saturate the market. Nobody's going to watch us, going to look at the saturated market. So basically, just marry the art, marry the business. It's possible to blow, it's possible to make money. Marry the art, marry the business.